draw, back on a track that he loves. Number 9, Bad Education, concede that last run was very good for a race like this. Just worried about that winning strike rate. The 4, Poet's Day, has been on the drift late after the early money came this morning, but looked well. And the 6, Ta Chanson, looked really well. I know the recent bush form's not up to scratch, but for a $61 pop in a race like this, funnier things could happen. 1, 9, 4 and 6 for me. The money coming late for Donna C, 290 into 260, and Bad Education holding its mark at the 225 quote. So 2 clear-cut favourites here, the 9 ahead of the 1, as there was in the previous race, where the inside horse of Liam Birchley's got the cash. And that was a good win, actually. Piece of Turf was too good for quick as hell. Negation rattled home for 3rd. But we'll head upstairs for Josh to call them home. This is race 7 of 8 at the sunny coast on Boxing Day.
Bad Education about to move up with the Toy Boy. And the field nearly right to run. Okay, thank you, Paul, and thank you, Damo. The Toy Boy in the purple cap about to move in. So Bad Education jumping the favourite. Firming up late as O'Donnell C. And the light now turned on. Race 7. All in. Racing. And away well was Apple Cross. Ta Chanson going forward. Booting up as O'Donnell C to be handy. And likewise Poet's Day. Bad Education landing 5th on the outside of Sakish. A long way back, the Toy Boy over on the outside of Cash Artist at the rear. So O'Donnell C just in front. 2nd, Poet's Day. 2 lengths away. 3rd, Ta Chanson. Outside Apple Cross and further back to Bad Education. 5th in the clear, about 4 off the leader. A length and a half Sakish on the inside of the Toy Boy, and Cash Artist a length and a half away. So O'Donnell C and Poet's Day remain the first couple. They sneak away by 3. 3rd is Apple Cross on the inside, going for Bad Education 3 wide. Make his move towards the outside, and Ta Chanson further back. But O'Donnell C's kicked away at the 350, led by 4. Poet's Day's under extreme pressure, being passed there by running home fairly at the moment, Bad Education. In fact, he's attacking the line now. Here he comes. O'Donnell C's in front, not for long though. Bad Education sailed up and took over. Sakish runs home well, but Bad Education clear, and Bad Education's too good. Bad Education the winner. 2nd one is Sakish, and 3rd O'Donnell C. Really tied late, followed by Apple Cross and Poet's Day. Then Cash Artist, and further back to the Toy Boy and Ta Chanson.
Jasper gets one back over Jai there. That was a lovely ride by Jasper Franklin. He was patient. He let that speed go. O'Donnell C was pressured by Poet's Day. They were carving out some very slick times on a soft track. Something had to give, and O'Donnell C gave up at about the 200-metre mark, whereas Bad Education under Jasper found the right part of the track. He hadn't moved a muscle, and when he pushed the button, Bad Education went crunch, and he's managed to knock up win number 2 at start number 21, and Robert Heathcote will be wrapped with that. Pretty sure he's still here. He was definitely here earlier, Rob. Yep, he's still here, so Damien will track him down for a chat. 15, Sakish worked home well for 2nd under Sam Collett, and Donna C, well, they took some brave tactics going forward. Unfortunately, when Poet's Day went with them, it didn't leave much in the tank, and he's battled away into 3rd spot. 4th place will go to number 3, and that was Apple Cross. So those numbers 9, 15, 1 and 3. And Robert Heathcote just on the blower at the moment, relaying the good news to somebody. And Damien, as soon as he hangs up...
to a winning owner, I believe, Paul. That here he comes now. It's always good to share happy news, Rob.
Yeah, it is. And I was just talking to the owner, Neville and Mary Bell. They've taken, I don't know what they call that train that goes across the Nullarbor, but they're in Perth. They've made the 4 days...
The Indian Pacific.
I think that's it, yeah. They said they've had a nice trip over, and that puts the icing on the cake. Jasper Franklin, wow, it's his first ride for me, but it won't be his last. He gave that an absolute peach.
Yeah, I was watching that, and I was about to say that to you. He just settled him nicely. I know this horse hasn't won for a long, long time, so you've been very patient with him. But
I sacked him.
Jasper was able to get him midfield and cruise into it.
Yeah, I said to him, Jasper, he doesn't have a long sprint. I trained him originally, and he reached his level, and he went up north to Rocky, and he's made a comeback. And, you know, it's fair to say he'll win more races on that, but Jasper gave him a beautiful ride.
He's always shown a bit, this horse, whether it be barrier trials or a bit unlucky with barrier draws in different times of his career.
My confidence grew. Here we are today on a stiflingly hot day, very humid. He hasn't turned a hair. He's been really calm and relaxed, paraded beautiful, and it certainly helped him here today.
All right, Rob, well done, mate. And as you said, there was a benefit of a lovely ride.
Thanks, Damien.
Rob Heathcote there. We'll grab a quick word to winning jockey Jasper Franklin. He's had a pretty good day as well, and he judged that race to a nicety. There was speed on once Adonissi was sort of taken on a bit by Tasha Son. The race was sort of made for a horse just to come off the speed, but I really liked the way that Jasper worked into it. So have a quick chat to him now. Jasper, firstly, congratulations. Talk us through the race. So I was just saying then that little bit of pressure up front must have helped.
100%. Once we come out the gates, I was going to be in a forward position, and as I looked across, there was a line of 4 and ended up in a perfect spot where I wanted to be. And I got on the back of a horse I wasn't intentionally wanting to follow, but it took me where I needed to be. And once I peeled off his back, I just kept clicking him up, but just didn't let go of his head quite yet and just let him cruise up through his gears. And when I seen the leader start to tire, that's when I went for him, because I wanted to have the last crack. I didn't want to go too early, and he got found winning late, but it was a really nice win.
Look, probably not a strong race, but he hasn't won for a long time, so good to get back into the winners list, and the win was fairly authoritative.
It was very authoritative. I think the 2 kilos off his back definitely helped today, and the good placement from the Heathcote team obviously helped, and a few horses coming out of it, but every horse has their day, and I'm glad to get the monkey off his back and get my first winner for Mr. Heathcote.
And he was impressed with the ride. Well done, mate.
That's good. I can't keep them all happy, but I'd like to keep him happy.
Good work, Jasper.
Cheers.
Okay, there we go, Paul. Very happy trainer and jockey down here.
Absolutely, Damien. And yeah, Jasper's doing a great job, as is Jai. 2 very promising apprentices up here at the moment, and they've had a good day out today, even though Jai did have 1 taken off him in the steward's room. Those numbers 9, 15, 1 and 3. That takes us away from race 7 here at the Sunshine Coast. But don't go anywhere, because Damien and I still have a race to come. Race 8, we've got a benchmark 62 over the mile. And on the back of this very short break, Graham White will be covering the big meeting down at the Sapphire Coast tomorrow on Formline Extra.